Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
How was your exam? Easy. For that also no answer. At least biology exam, how was it?
Easy.
Easy. You all, majority have scored good marks except one or two. If you have done it sincerely, well and good. You all have done it sincerely, no? No, I cannot hear anything. You're saying something. Yes or no? Have you written or have you done the exam sincerely or not, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, only very few are answering. And we were studying the different types of cell division. Hope you are remembering what we covered. Which are the two major types of cell division? Just the names, Malavika. Just the names.
Mitosis and meiosis.
Mitosis and meiosis. And cell cycle, as such, you can categorize into two phases. Eva, can you tell me which are the two phases in cell cycle?
One is the M phase.
M phase and
S phase.
S phase comes under?
No,
I will give you a clue. It starts with I, N, T, E. Yes. Interphase and M phase. And interphase you can subdivide into three phases, three more phases. Tom, which are those three phases coming under interphase?
G1 phase.
G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase. And then we learned about M phase. M phase can be categorized into two types. Two stages are involved in M phase. Who can tell me? Analysts, which are the two major phases or two major stages in M phase? Based on the division of the structure involved. Anybody? One starts with K, another starts with C.
Cytokinesis.
Cytokinesis and before cytokinesis, karyokinesis. What is meant by karyokinesis? Emily?
nuclear division.
Division of the nucleus, which will be followed by the division of the cytoplasm, that is cytokinesis. And we started learning about, I think we completed, no? Mitotic division, did we complete? Karyokinesis we had completed, but we'll just have a quick recap of all the four major stages coming under mitosis. Can you just name those, list the different stages? Points we will see, points we can summarize once again, but just tell me which are the four stages coming under mitotic division, karyokinesis of mitosis. Who will say? Mehrin?
Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase.
Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Good. Children, even now, majority of you haven't turned your videos on. I hope you don't want attendance. So we'll just quickly recap the different phases under mitosis. So let's begin with the four stages, the names of four stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. We had already completed this, but just to summarize or just to get a connection, because otherwise if I continue with cytokinesis, if you haven't, if you are not remembering, you will find it difficult. You won't get the continuity. So we will first have a quick recap of all these stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. And prophase is following G2 and S phase, or soon after G2 phase and S phase of interphase, prophase starts. It is the longest phase in mitosis. So such statements you have to note, because for MCQ paper or in multiple choice questions, such sentences can be very important. They can ask which is the longest phase in mitosis. So prophase is the longest phase in mitosis. And here what are the important changes taking place? You know that the chromosome will be, when cell division is not taking place, the chromosomes will be in the form of chromatin threads. And they will be in the form of an entangled network of thread-like structures. just like a mass or a coiled mass of thread. But once cell division starts, this chromatin material will undergo certain changes and will gradually transform into chromosomes. So here that process is beginning. Chromosome material, that is a chromatin material, will start to condense. I told it's like an entangled mass of threads. So it will start to untangle. It will start to untangle and condense. And each chromosome and will slowly transform into chromosomes, which are short and thick. And each chromosome is made up of 2 chromatids. Each chromosome has got 2 chromatids. The chromatids of the same chromosome you can call as sister chromatids. Chromatids of the same chromosome, we call it as sister chromatids. Whereas the chromatids of different chromosomes, you can call it as non-sister chromatids. Just imagine, this is the another one. Let be homologous chromosomes, the chromosomes in a pair. You know that in human beings, except in gametes, the chromosomes will be in the paired condition. So the chromosomes present in a particular pair, you call them as homologous chromosomes. So if you compare these two, these are sister chromatids. Sister chromatids. But this chromatid and the other one from the other chromosome will form non-sister chromatids. Non-sister chromatids. Hope you have understood. All these we had discussed in detail earlier. Chromosomes are made up of 2 chromatids. And how are they held together? They are held together by means of centromere. These 2 sister chromatids are kept together by means of centromere. And centriole, where is centriole present? Where are centrioles present, children? In which organelle? Nimida? It starts with cent, C-E-N-T, till there it is same. Anybody? Anybody can help her? Centrioles are present inside. Nimida, you can guess, let it be wrong. Lakshmi?
Centrosome.
Very good, centrosome. So inside the centrosome, centrioles are present, and during the S phase that we already learned, in the S phase, the synthesis phase, the DNA replication is also taking place in the S phase, and here the centriole, or at this particular stage, centrioles too will get duplicated, and they will move towards the opposite poles during prophase of mitosis. So centrioles, they'll be moving towards the opposite poles. What is the role of a centriole? What is its significance in cell division? Alan, what do they produce? Everything went under the exam. Anybody? Meryl, what do they produce? Certain fibers they produce. Name them.
No, spindle fibers.
Yes, spindle fibers. Why these spindle fibers are produced, Meryl? What for? Where do they get attached? Arising from the centrioles.
Attachment.
Attachment of?
Attachment towards the centro. Yeah.
About which structure we explained or we learned just now? Just centriole.
Centrosome.
Before that, see the slide.
Centromere.
Before that, centromere is meant for what? Keeping both the chromatids together. Chromatids are a part of? Chromatids are part of? Where do you find chromatids, Meryl? Chromosome. So that is meant for the attachment or alignment of chromosome. Okay? So centrioles which have already got duplicated during the S phase will move towards the opposite poles, and at the onset of cell division they'll start producing spindle fibers for the alignment of chromosomes. Now, mitotic spindle starts assembling and microtubules appear. Already we discussed that point. Then organelles like Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum and nucleolus as well as nuclear membrane will disappear. So you can be asked to list the major changes taking place during prophase. So you have to list out all these points. So once again, I'll repeat it. I thought of just recapitulating all these points, but I think you have completely forgotten all these. Yes, Nivida? So this is the longest phase. Here the condensation and untangling of the chromatin material takes place, and each chromosome, this chromatin material will condense and form chromosomes, and each chromosome consists of 2 chromatids which are held together by means of centromere. And then the centrioles which had already got duplicated during the S phase will move towards the opposite poles, and they will release or they will produce spindle fibers for the alignment of chromosomes. Then so many organelles are present in each cell. So the major organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, nucleolus, nuclear envelope, all these will disappear and they will reappear only towards the end of karyokinesis. And children, what is nucleolus? Where do you find nucleolus? Where do you find nucleolus? I'm not asking any other. You have learned in detail the function of nucleolus and all you have learned. But you tell me where you can find nucleolus. What is it?
Nucleus.
It is a spherical body found inside the nucleus that we had learned in the previous chapter. Okay, so that was about prophase. Now the next phase, metaphase. I told you to remember metaphase. M for Mary Angelina. What I told you? When you hear the term metaphase, you should remember which word? Anybody?
M.
M for metaphase and M for? Anyone else?
Middle.
Middle. Why? Why I told you to remember metaphase as middle? Because here the chromosomes will get aligned at the
Center.
At the center or at the equatorial plate. Okay. So here chromosomes will condense completely. Condensation has already or it had already started in the prophase stage. But when it comes to metaphase, condensation process will be completed. Then the next stage, sister chromatids. Already we learned it in the previous slide. Sister chromatids. Sister chromatids means what? The chromatids of the same chromosome. Then what are non-sister chromatids? Chromatids belonging to different chromosomes. So sister chromatids will be held together in the region of centromere. Then we also learned about kinetochores. I think for the exam also you had that question. What is the role of kinetochores? These structures will help in the attachment of spindle fibers. On the sides of the centromere, you can find some disc-shaped structures. You should not get confused between kinetochores and centromere. Both perform different function. Centromere is for keeping both the sister chromatids together, whereas kinetochores, which are present on the sides of the centromere, are meant for the attachment of spindle fibers. Spindle fibers will attach to the chromosomes with the help of these kinetochores. Small disc-shaped structures called kinetochores are found at the surface of centromeres. They serve as sites of attachment. You need to know the function. They act as sites of attachment of the spindle fibers to the chromosomes. Only if the spindle fibers are attached to the chromosome, they can be aligned at the equatorial plate, or their alignment, their movement, all that is decided by the spindle fibers. So kinetochores are the sites where this attachment takes place. So like a mediator between the chromosomes and spindle fibers. Okay. Chromosomes lie at the equator or at the equatorial plate, with each cystochromatid attached to the spindle fibers of its respective poles with the help of kinetochore. You know that each chromosome is having two chromatids. So those, as you can see in the picture, two poles are there, or we have centrioles at both the poles. Just a minute. See here, you can find centriole. Here is, from here also, centrioles will release microtubules or spindle fibers. From the upper pole also, this will be released. And each one will be, see, two sister chromatids are there. The one which is lying below, they'll be getting attached to the spindle fibers coming from the lower pole. And those which is lying on the top will be attached to the spindle fibers arising from the other pole. So that is what is mentioned in the last, second last line. Chromosomes will be aligned at the equator with each sister chromatid attached to the spindle fibers arising from the respective poles. So both the chromatids are not attached to the spindle fibers from the same pole. Two poles are there. Just a minute. Okay, I'll continue. Chromosomes lie at the equator with each sister chromatid attached to the spindle fibers of its respective poles, and that too with the help of the kinetochore. The plane of alignment of chromosomes at the metaphase, you call it as the metaphase plate. What is metaphase plate? The plane of alignment of these chromosomes. So this plane of alignment of chromosomes at metaphase, they will get aligned at the equatorial region, and that you call as metaphase plate. The plane of alignment of chromosomes at metaphase is known as metaphase plate. For 1 mark or for multiple choice question, this can be asked. No doubts, no? No doubts, no, children? Why you forgot everything what we learned before? Which is the next phase? Who can tell me which is the next phase? Basma, after metaphase, prophase and metaphase are over. Now what is next? Next phase?
Anaphase.
Anaphase. What happens in anaphase, Malavika, Vibin? And anaphase, I told you to relate with another term. Like metaphase, I told you to relate with middle. Anaphase, I told you to relate with yet another term. Who is remembering?
Where?
Louder. Jyoti said something? Away. Okay. Okay. Why? Why I said you have to relate it with the term away? Malavika, Vibin? What happens in anaphase? Now, what we completed is chromosomes getting aligned at the equatorial plate, at the metaphase plate. Now, what is happening? Next, in anaphase, what will happen? I gave you a clue. Centromere will split. So, when centromere is splitting, what will happen to the chromatids? What is the role of centromere? What is the role of centromere? To keep
them together.
To keep them means, who is this them?
I mean the cell.
Cell?
No, chromatids.
The sister chromatids of the same chromosome are kept together by means of centromere. So once the centromere is splitting, what will happen to the sister chromatids?
They separate.
They'll get separated. Now what will happen? Now what will happen? They have got separated. And I give you the clue that you have to remember the term away.
They move to the opposite.
The sister
poles.
chromatids will move to the opposite poles. And how do they move? Is there any peculiarity in the way they are moving towards the opposite poles? Lakshmi, is there any peculiarity in the way they move towards the opposite poles, in the position of the arms and the centromere? Is there anything to be noted?
The arm trailing behind
And centromere will be facing the
towards the pole.
poles. Okay. Centromere will split and the sister chromatids will separate. Daughter chromatids will move towards the opposite poles. And in the bracket it is given chromosomes of the future daughter nuclei. Chromosomes are found inside the nucleus. So they will become the chromosomes of the future daughter nuclei and they'll be moving towards. Once they have got separated, they'll be moving towards the opposite poles. And as they move, the centromere, that is very clear from the picture, the centromere will be facing the poles and the arms will be trailing behind. Arms will be trailing behind and centromere will be facing the poles. In that manner, they will be moving towards the poles. Now you can see that they are moving towards the poles. So that is what is happening in anaphase. Now, which is the next phase? Which is the next phase? After anaphase, telophase. What happens in telophase? What happens in telophase? By the time it reaches, or once this stage is reached, the sister chromatids will be, they might have got settled at the poles. Now, they have got separated and they have moved towards the poles. Now, what are the changes taking place? Something which had happened in the prophase will be reverted now. What will happen? The chromosomes?
Recondense.
They will start decondense. Recondense means to condense again. So they will decondense. The condensation will go, they'll again become, or they'll form the coiled network. Then something had disappeared, no? All that will reappear. What all had disappeared in prophase?
Nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum.
Nucleus disappeared, nucleolus. Then endoplasmic
Apparatus.
Golgi apparatus, nuclear membrane, all that will reappear. Telophase. Chromosomes will reach their respective poles. Already they had started moving in the previous stage, and by the time it reaches this particular phase, that is telophase, the chromosomes will reach the respective poles. And then the chromosomes will decondense, not recondense, decondenses. The chromosome will decondense and they will start losing their individuality. Means it will become a coiled network. Whereas so far we could make out individual chromosomes with chromatids. But once it reaches the telophase stage, that individuality will be lost. They will decondense. Again, it will go back to that coiled stage. Chromatin material gets collected and they will form a thread-like network, a mass of thread. Nuclear envelope reappears, nucleolus, endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus will reappear. So all these structures will reappear once it reaches the telophase stage. So all the major stages or all the major changes taking place in each stage you should know, and not only that, you should be familiar with all the pictures too. Why? Because you will be having a descriptive paper. So in such a case, what happens is you can be given the diagram. the figure, maybe anaphase, metaphase, telophase, any stage can be given. You will be asked to identify the stage and comment on it. So if you know the figures, or it can be asked as an essay question, explain the different stages of mitosis with suitable examples. Or else you can be given two different pictures, maybe metaphase and anaphase. Identify the stages and distinguish between both. So you should be thorough with the figures. Any doubt? Any doubt, children? Now, once karyokinesis or division of nucleus is completed, the next step is cytokinesis. Now, only the nucleus is divided. So, you have learned binary fission in all that. I think you are still remembering what you learned in class 10. It will begin with the division of the nucleus, which will be followed by the division of the cytoplasm. So, here in karyokinesis, the division of the nucleus is completed. But that alone is not enough. The single cell should divide and form two new cells. So, the two new cells can be formed only if the cell as such is dividing. Otherwise, the cell will have two copy or two sets of chromosomes, but it will remain as a single cell. So, karyokinesis or nuclear division will be followed by the division of the cell. Cyto, cell, kinesis, division. Karyon, K-A-R-Y-O-N means nucleus. Karyokinesis, division of nucleus. Cytokinesis follows karyokinesis and the cell will get divided into two daughter cells. If karyokinesis is not followed by cytokinesis, I already told you, in case the nuclear division has taken place, and then if it is not followed by cytokinesis, the cell will become multinucleated. So more than one nucleus will be present. It will remain as multinucleated cell. So in case by some reason, if karyokinesis is not followed by cell division or cytokinesis, there will be duplication of this nucleus. So the cell can become multinucleated. And this will lead to the formation of syncytium. Syncytium is a multinucleated cell. Example, liquid endosperm in coconut. So in coconut, the liquid, what is present inside, that is actually the endosperm. It's a liquid. In the liquid form, it is actually a syncytium or it is multinucleated. Once again, cytokinesis is a division of the cell. And this will be following karyokinesis. Once the division of the nucleus is completed, it has to be followed by the division of the cell. Otherwise, there will be two nuclei or the nuclei can be more in number in the same cell. That lead to a condition known as syncytium, multinucleated. An example for such a multinucleated structure or a syncytium is liquid endosperm in coconut. And the cytokinesis is taking place by two different methods in plant cells and animal cells. So we will see how it is happening in plant cells. A new formation of a new cell wall begins. You know that in plant cells, a cell wall is present outside the plasma membrane, but in animal cells, cell wall is absent. So a new cell wall, when new cell has to be formed, it should have a new cell wall too. So new cell wall formation begins by the formation of a cell plate. And from this figure, it is clear how the cell plate is being formed. So you can see a cell plate being formed. We'll see how it is getting proceeded. Cell wall formation starts in the center. In the center, you can see a structure known as cell plate forms. And then what happens? From there, it will slowly, get extended towards the ends. So this will be starting the formation of the structure arises at the center, then it will be growing outward. So as it grows outwards, you can see it will meet the walls, meet the existing walls present, and as a result, it will divide the cell into two. Organelles such as mitochondria and plastids also will get distributed. So not only nucleus, the other cell organelles present along with the cytoplasm also will get equally distributed between these two daughter cells. So in animal cells, it is taking place by means of a different method. Cytokinesis is taking place by a different technique or method. And in plants, how it is happening? By the formation of a cell plate. Where is the cell plate first being formed? At the center. And once it is formed at the center, from there, it will get extended towards the ends, towards the walls. And gradually, the cell will get divided into two new cells. So this is how cytokinesis is taking place in plant cells, and how it happens in animal cells. Next period we can learn. One of you just quickly summarize so that we can wind up. Hasif, how the cytokinesis, the process of cytokinesis is taking place in plant cells. It begins with the formation of a what structure will be formed at the center, Hasif? Devika, yes. Hasif can say?
No, ma'am.
You will have to repeat once she completes. Yes, Devika. I can't hear Devika. I cannot hear. Who will say? Valentina.
Formation of new
Louder.
formation of new cell wall in the center, and it grows outwards.
What will be formed at the center?
Cell wall.
Cell wall at the center. There is a structure which is formed at the center, which will later grow outwards. What do you call that structure? Mary?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the name of that structure which is formed at the center?
Middle lamella.
Is that what I told? Jyoti? All were able to see the slide, no? Which structure? Yes, Devika?
Ma'am, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am,
Tell me.
cell plate is formed.
Cell plate will be formed at the center, then it will grow outwards. It will grow outwards and meet the lateral walls. And this will result in the division of the cell into two, and other organelles also will get equally distributed. Hasif, can you try? There is Hasif.
No, ma'am, can you hear?
Ah, yes. You try, I will help you.
Cell plates.
Will be formed at the
Cell plates will be formed
at the center.
Center of the cell.
Okay, and from there it will be growing towards it will grow outward. First it will be formed at the center. From the center it will grow outwards and it will meet the walls. Then it will result in the formation of how many daughter cells? How many daughter cells will be formed finally? Two. And what about the other structures? What about the other structures present? They also will get equally distributed between these two cells, plastids, mitochondria, whatever other organelles are there, they also will get equally distributed between these two cells. So just go through what we covered. Because next period we have to start with meiosis. We'll also be learning about cytokinesis in animal cells and we'll start with meiosis. But I want you to recap whatever we completed this period and then only I'll start with the next division. So please go through that before you join next period. Thank you, children. Thank you. See you next class.